Yeah, I'll do that this year.
Sorry, my have to pack up
Well,
my guitar.
hello everybody, and welcome to the show. Really nice to have you here. I do apologize for the what do we call it, domestics. But nevertheless, hopefully you guys have had yourselves a real good weekend, and everyone's back for a little bit of gaming. And we are missing someone today, but it doesn't matter. I'm going through. I'm going through today. I'm not going to delay it anymore because today is the end of the campaign arc. Now, that doesn't mean we won't be doing more in this world. It depends on what happens. And of course, these characters are always available. I think they're very interesting characters, and maybe the guys enjoy them too. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Do you like your character, Puffin? Do you enjoy this setting?
I'll put me on the spot. Yeah, I think he's a good character. Um, I think that kind of with the mission that he has, he didn't really get to. I started playing him different once he was more of a vandal than an actual knight, so it's more of a redemption thing where he used to be bad and is trying to be good, rather than someone that devoted himself to good from the start. So a lot of potential development there.
Well, it's certainly better than Warg. You know.
Is it because I've destroyed far fewer buildings since then?
True.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
you
would
have
agree.
killed fewer. You have
I
nearly
agree.
killed fewer teammates.
I mean, teammates can be remade.
True.
Buildings are forever.
Just get big heavy thing, hit it on head.
Indeed.
Fix.
Hit on head till dead.
Hmm.
You have a brain.
The boys are coming.
Yep.
The
That's
boys
right.
are back
I'll
in
fix it.
town. But yeah, for all of you guys that don't understand Warhammer, it's okay.
We remember it before it became
What it
Warhammer.
a
became,
message.
yeah. And it got taken over by Wokies. I mean, would you have ever guessed back in the 90s that frickin' Warhammer, and it doesn't matter whether it's fantasy or 40K or 30K, um, would be taken over by Wokies? Would you have ever guessed such a thing? I'm such
I,
the ultra nerd hobby,
No.
right?
the masculine nerd hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still neckbearded and nerdy.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought like that. I didn't even know wokeism was a thing till like I said something on the internet and dude I know is like, "Oh dude, you can't say that." What do you mean I can't say that?
Well, when people say it to me, I'm like, I already did.
Yeah. All right.
Too
But
late.
yeah, I was
I
well
just
aware
said
it
it. I'll
was
say it
coming.
again.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I was well aware because I was in the university system in the 80s, late 80s, well, mid
Oh.
late 80s. And yeah, I already saw it coming already. I told the story long ago. I'm sure I recall saying it, but in my grad class, my
Mhm.
doctorate class, I had 8 students, right? There were 8
Uh-huh.
of us. And of that 8, 6 have gone on to are working either at universities or direct museums. One of those 8 is actually now, he's not the boss, but he's basically the day-to-day boss of the British Museum. Okay.
Oh cool.
Now, after all this time, 30 years later, more than 30 years later, and everybody's working and stuff. I am went a different route, but I still do translation, which is really what I was studying anyway, right? I mean, I was a philologist, but that's my only real thing. I write some stuff every now and then, just because my buddies, these buddies, keep
Mhm.
throwing me a bone every year. That's about it, right?
Mhm.
So I wouldn't consider myself in that group for sure. But then there was one other, and she has done nothing. But boy, did she get the greatest, nicest, softest treatment you've ever seen in your life. She always had an excuse for not having to cover classes, and who had to pick it up? We did, right? Because if you guys don't know, if you're a grad student at university, you're basically the professor's bitch, That's what
Mhm.
it is, right?
Mhm.
You're the one
Yes.
doing all testing all the papers. You're the one doing anything that involves any kind of work with the class. You're doing it, and especially nighttime classes or late afternoon classes, the professor can't be bothered with. You're the one running it, right?
Mhm.
But she always had an excuse to get out of it. She clearly did not belong there. But the I went to Brown University, and you see how
Oh.
woke
Oh
they
boy.
are now. They were woke back then. Even though it's supposed to be this prestigious Ivy League university, they still were doing this bullshit. And it was just the most obvious thing in the world. Everybody knew, but yet no one really cared. So nothing happened. And she just got an easy glide all the way through. Graduated with a freaking doctorate in anthropology and didn't do
Oh,
shit to earn it. So, so yes, and that was the 80s.
wow.
Yeah, that would have
Those
been
are the
that'd have
stories they
been
don't tell
91,
you.
1991.
Let's see. I was 3 years old.
I was a little bitty baby.
I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's and I don't know what it was like before that. All I know is my experience, right? But
Right.
yeah. Now you could say, oh, that's just female favoritism, and that's always been a thing. Fair enough. But with there were other things starting up. It was nowhere near as bad as it is now. Not even close. Hardly recognizable. But if you're in the university system, at least from the late 80s, early 90s, you definitely saw it coming. So, and these days, like I said, my university is supposed to be this big, huge, prestigious thing. It's one of the top rated universities on the planet, right? Supposed to be a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Brown, I mean, shit, hard, it's Ivy League. But look at it now, dude. Look at it now.
Well, I mean, you could see Marxist infestation in the college system going back all the way back to like the 30s.
Yeah.
Like it's not anything really. Like even back then, it wasn't anything new. It's just they've slowly taken more and more power.
Right.
Look at what
And
you did, Chester. You
Yeah, I
got
know.
GOP talking about
right.
Marxist.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, no, I'm sure it's true. I'm just saying that I know it's true. I'm just saying that I'm only going to account what I know, right? From
Yeah.
my personal
First-hand
experience. Yeah.
experience.
I know it's been going on since the freaking 30s, dude. All of this whole nonsense stuff that we've been dealing with has been the past 100 and so years since 1913. This is what we've been dealing
Yeah.
with. Just ridiculous level of taxation, ridiculous levels of this Marxist concept, and they keep telling us, "Well, it just hasn't been tried correctly yet." Oh, okay, sure.
The only way that you could correctly do anything like that is if you installed a hive mind.
Yeah, and even then, you just basically lobotomize the entire population, maybe.
Mhm.
But
Maybe.
the problem with those things is people. People want
Mhm.
stuff. They have opinions. We tend to be self-serving, right?
Mhm.
And you have to, and that
We're
just doesn't
selfish.
work with socialism, man.
It's gonna be extra weird when you have a hive mind and people still don't know what they want to eat for dinner.
Right,
Mhm.
I will
right,
not have a hide mind.
yeah.
You may not have a choice.
I will have a
That's
lone mind.
that's some dystopian sci-fi. We're not quite there yet. Maybe.
Oh
We
well,
will
I don't
be.
know about that, dude. This week we had a rash of people on airplanes giving opinions, getting kicked
Those are
off.
always the best. Oh wait, a rash of people on airplanes giving opinions? Yeah, that's some of the most comical opinions you could possibly get are people on airplanes.
Right. I
Especially if they
mean,
wear
but
Burger King hats.
luckily they're getting kicked off, so that's nice.
They're either
Oh,
seeing demons.
before or after the plane takes off.
Well, either or. Yeah. Yeah,
Here's a
and
parachute.
I
Good
get
luck.
that joke.
I'm sorry. I don't
The
tell
Naro
them.
did say he was going to be here earlier, or it looked like, but still chilling and waiting. You hear anything from him, Chester?
Nope. I'm
Just
sure
over
he
there
will
like,
be
what do
here,
you mean
though.
talk to me?
Well, I got storms in the area. Yay!
Nice. But that's Texas. Isn't that a place that gets storms like always, constantly? I watched the
No,
Western cowboy shows.
we were like, we're in a. I'm trying to think of the proper term. I know it. It's flipping my mind.
Lady, how many
An
gallons is your
extended
hat right
period
now?
of time when we don't get much water.
Drought?
A drought.
A drought. Yeah, we were in a drought time until here recently. We're
Oh, yeah.
still under our normal percentage
Yeah,
for
no.
water.
That's another thing you guys get a lot of. I do know the one thing Texas has that I actually appreciate. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll give it to your salt and pepper briskets. But honestly, the only one thing I really care about is Texas is absolutely chock full of post oak. You know, great wood
Of-
for building, doing stuff.
Good to
It
know.
used to be not here in West Texas, but that's East Texas, Central Texas,
Big
yeah, South.
old, tall, straight as an arrow oak trees. Mm-hmm. Nice stuff.
You mean pine trees?
No, no, hell with the softwood. No, we want good old post oak hardwood, straight as an arrow. Very nice. Most oak is great for doing all kind of stuff, furniture making, house building, what have you. But oak is a gnarly, twisted thing, right?
Yeah,
And of course, depending on the quality you're trying to get, you're looking at some very old stuff. But then again, we've had a policy in line, in the Western world for centuries and centuries of the various governments or kingdoms or whatever they are planting and maintaining oak trees. Because it is an important industrial product. This is even before the Industrial Revolution. However, when we came over to the Americas, we ran into the post oak. It's an oak tree. It's big, very tall, but straight, not gnarly. Oh, so handy. So handy.
So good.
So good. Just killing a little bit of time here. Have you guys tried to contact Thundero?
He's not on my
I
friends
will
list.
message him.
Okay.
All right.
Goodness gracious. All right. So
Yep,
that
I sent him a message. We'll just see.
we'll see.
So.
It might. I know you
probably
guys are
eating
somewhere
supper.
close to a time change, so that's all right.
Yes.
I'll just give it a little bit. I got a little bit. Today is all about the gin, so
Mhm.
we are
Gin
prepared.
rummy.
Oh, we
And
get
the
to go
cheers.
back to him, huh?
Yeah. Well, you
To
guys
the trailer.
are back in Chicago as we last left it, correct?
I think we're been in Chicago
Yeah.
all the time.
No.
No, the
Well,
last session we were there. Yeah, we've
you
been there
spent
for
a
a few.
couple of months inside of a temporal distortion, actually.
Was it months or was it like a couple weeks?
No, it was certainly longer than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a month.
Like a month,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, you guys spent some time in a temporal distortion land. It's not Chicago. It's technically nowhere. It is paradox.
No cargo.
No cargo. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I actually saw some. I saw some foreigner here, not a Japanese, but not an American either. And they were wearing a Chicago Bulls jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked them because they were like, I don't know, some Middle Easterner, right?
Oh,
Pakistani
yeah.
maybe. But I asked them, I was like, so you're a basketball fan? He's like, huh? So there was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. People love to wear brands and have no clue what the hell it is. I didn't bother to ask the follow up question. Do you know where Chicago is?
Yeah, it's like the girls who wear Nirvana shirts. They have no idea what you're talking about when you say like, "Oh, you a fan of the band?" Huh?
Now that's interesting you say that. I didn't know that. Because there's certain aspects of what they did that I respect, but in general, I didn't care about Nirvana. But I just got a Sims pack for like a clothing, just a variety of clothing pack for the Sims, right? And in there, it was I don't know if you guys play or not, but in there, it had basically various simple parts of clothing, tops, bottoms, hats, just random stuff, right? But
Mhm.
each one had like, I don't know, 25, 30 swaths on it each. So
Yeah,
meaning each one is going to look a little different. It's the same garment, but it has different
yeah.
imagery, right? And I had this kind of, I don't know, I've noticed them recently. It's basically a very long sweater that the girls wear as a dress. You know, it's
Wait, is that
rather sluttish, to be honest with you.
the Virgin Killer, right? Is that what
I
they call? That's
I
I think
why
that's what they call it.
why would they call it that?
I think that's what it's called. I don't know why they call it that. Yeah, but it's just that's what I heard it called.
Do I have to take you out behind the woodshed?
I'm
Yeah,
just saying it's what I heard it
you
called. All
might be
right,
getting
I don't.
moody. But
Yeah,
whatever, it was that thingy, and it had all kind of swaths on it. It had all different kind of pictures, and some of it was actually commercial, right? And there
Mhm.
was, I think it was the first album that had like an angel character on it, and it was Nirvana, and I was like, what? How random, I thought.
Yeah,
But you're telling me
it's
Nirvana, girls wearing Nirvana is a thing. Okay, that makes sense now.
And
Why
then
is it a
there's
thing?
probably the lips with the big tongue sticking out too.
Oh, I've got several of those. There's a painting that I
yeah.
tend to gravitate toward that is basically Rolling Stones lips. Yeah.
That's their In
Oh,
Utero album.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah.
up
Um.
in D&D stuff in your Discord, I posted the first post oak that I saw
Oh, nice.
as a picture. Yeah,
But
and it
yeah.
smells
So
great.
I still why is it a thing though? Why do the girls wear that? Where did you
I
put
don't
it?
know.
In the D&D stuff.
Oh, D&D stuff. Okay. Oh, there it is. Ooh, lots of stuff. Oh, look at that. Big old beautiful oak tree. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Pretty stuff,
Can't
man.
get you can't find greatness like that anymore.
Nah, man, post oaks are awesome. And they're so useful, so many things. I know you guys don't care, but I
I
actually
do.
do watch documentaries about preservation of wood and high-end carpentry and how they attain their resources. I like that kind of stuff.
I like Japanese carpentry where they make it
Hmm.
like a puzzle box and they slide everything into place.
Yeah, yeah,
That is kind of fun to watch sometimes. Even
it
that's
is.
not my go-to, but it's
Yeah,
still.
I like that kind of stuff. But yeah, because my one of my favorite, I call it a documentary because it's kind of what it is. But it was done with really high end, beautiful, modern production. Was this? I think he's Irish dude. Maybe he's worked or is working with the BBC. And he was basically talking about it was a series talking about classic English craftsmanship, right? And
Mhm.
this particular episode was titled Oak, and it was just talking about all the high end furniture and all the various things that are made and the process and all that kind of stuff. And they had just taken a tree off of some estate, like a actual aristocracy estate, some earldom somewhere, and it was, of course, all it's all certified. I didn't even want to know how much money this stuff costs, but it was 400-year-old tree, and they had cut it down, and they were treating like freaking gold, and just demonstrating stuff like that. And I kept thinking in my head, the American post oak, boy, they would, what would they do with that? they would lose their stuff over that, I would think. But that I can't remember who he is, but it's named his craftsman adventure or craftsman something, and but that was a really good series.
Remember, there's a YouTuber that's the English Craftsman or English something like that.
This seemed to be attached to the BBC though.
Oh,
And it was top end production. I mean, just
oh
beautiful
yeah.
camera work, cinematography, music. It was serious endeavor. But because the BBC is all about the wokeness, unless it's just doing boring history stuff, and then it's pretty normal,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
Well, they got to maintain their British audience somehow.
Hmm.
Well, is Britain still exploding?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
out of control,
perpetually.
ridiculous.
Good.
Their leadership.
Okay,
There's
what's going on? I haven't been watching the news.
oh yeah, Britain's done.
Just a
Then of
lot of
course,
political turmoil.
yeah, just stupid stuff. They hate their own citizens and want to replace them with Muslims.
But
Um,
that's the entire Western world, so.
it is, but I mean, it's gotten so bad, lady, that the Brits and the Spanish told the Americans you can't use our bases, which we actually pay for and build and all that other stuff. We already did all that long ago, and we can't use
Mhm.
their bases to attack their greatest, most wonderful buddy, Iran. And Starmer got a lot of heat from his own people, the other politicians, and he tried to talk his way out. Well, I am just being a good prime minister and being cautious, and we will send help now, and they can use the bases. We'll be there in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, that's already done. I mean, it didn't really matter anyway. We have nearly 1,000 black sites that we know about.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of places to land our planes. But Spain has been completely cut off, and the American government has shut Spain off completely for any kind of interaction with America. And it looks like he's going to pull that trigger on Britain too. And good, do that.
Yep.
So
You know somebody that still helps us? Australia.
Yeah, no, give it. Albanese is an absolute train wreck for that country. He's just like Starmer. But in
Yeah.
this case, but then again, he's simply helping the Iranian people. He once again never nearly mentioned Israel at all because he hates them a Jew, right? Just like so many of the rest of them, right? It's just shocking, dude. I've said this before, but when October 6th happened, and then I saw almost immediately so many people around the world hating on the Jews. I was like, well, shit, that was real, because I thought they were just blowing smoke and trying to get money and stuff like that. But now it's real. I still don't get why everyone hates on the Jews so much. I mean, what's the
Well,
deal, dude?
just look at the board of any of those
You got
immigration.
you'll be talking about Jews.
I'll refrain on YouTube. I'm just gonna say,
Well,
just
we're
look at
defending it.
look at any of the boards of any of these immigration groups, right? And you'll notice a pattern in those things, or
Jews.
in
So Jews are hating on the Jews as well. Nice.
no, well, no, that's not quite what I'm saying. But the point is, I think eventually we will get to the point where our only ally is probably going to be the Japanese. That's it. The only country is going to be sticking with us because you know even Canada's falling apart. Which
Oh,
I mean, they've
dude,
been falling apart for a while, but
they have been. It's not. They're blaming everything on Trump, but it's been going on quite a while.
no, they've
Last
done it
year
to
was a
themselves.
disaster. No, they have, just like California has done. But this first 3 months of this year, Canada has been losing on average about 80,000 jobs a month. Now you're like, well, that's a lot, but not really. But yeah, you're assuming Canada is even anywhere close to the population of America,
Well, it's
which it
not
isn't.
just
Um,
yeah,
and they are also in the process of losing between 7 and 8,000 businesses are closing, shuttering every month.
but it's
Uh,
not just the jobs they're losing. Who is getting the jobs that they have?
that's true. Then you have that issue as well. But they're not
Yeah,
replacing. Businesses are not replenishing. Because a lot of times, you probably don't know this, but if you go look at the statistic, you'll see that a lot of businesses close, shutter every month in
Yeah.
America, but they are usually more that are opening. So we have a ratio. In Canada,
Mhm.
whoa, dude, it's bad. It's bad.
And
But
I
yeah,
Well,
they're
just
in huge trouble.
I always like listening to Chester because it's some of the only honest news that I get.
Yeah.
Well, I do take
Uh,
time out of my day to keep up abreast of what's going on around the world.
And you're
It
the
is
only
noisy.
one of us who can actually listen to the news from China
I
about
can,
China.
and I do.
well,
I listen
yeah.
to Deutsche Welt. I listen to Indian Times. I listen to the
we
Chinese news. I
can't
listen to
listen
all
to
that
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I guess we
Well,
could.
I
if
Got
you
a
get a
draw the
little.
line in
VPN,
India Times.
Uh,
Well, these days
I'm
you
not
Uh,
guys could
smart
probably
enough for
watch
the.
it too. I think AI automatically
oh
translate doesn't
yeah,
it?
we can watch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's any of these foreign sources are all available. You just have to, you know, get to
Plug it
them.
in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tune in.
But
But
yeah,
it's not that hard.
you got the problem is you got to listen to so many different things because the truth is in between, right?
Yeah.
Um, but it's Canada's in serious trouble. And like GOP said, it's been going on a long time. It has. But Trump just gave him a little push. You see. But yeah, it's absolute devastation. They've lost so many of their businesses and they've just left and gone to America because it's not worth it. America's offering great deals and Canada's offering nothing but taxes and red tape. I mean,
Well,
just
I
like
mean,
New York and just like
we
California.
are pretty great.
I'm still waiting to see what happens with the whole Alberta referendum thing.
Oh yeah,
If
actually,
that goes
out
anywhere.
of that, the British Columbia will probably flip first. Oddly
Well,
enough.
well, here's the thing, right? If Alberta and what would it be Saskatchewan that goes with them,
Yeah.
um, and oh
What
god, I'm
Manitoba.
terrible. Manitoba, thank you. Is like on the fence, but if Alberta goes, Saskatchewan's probably gonna go.
Oh yeah,
Manitoba
Saskatchewan and
might
Manitoba
go.
will fall instantly. Yeah, yeah. They're
Um,
they're
but
fence sitters.
I mean, so Canada's in certain ways a lot like Russia in the sense that you basically have the country united by like predominantly one major highway, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong, but
Oh
I've
yeah.
heard in the past it's just one
They
major
have
highway
no
connected.
infrastructure, no trains, no nothing, because they rely
And
Well,
on us. And the shit they have, we built. We built it.
and so if Alberta and some like the prairie provinces were to basically leave, they don't even have to join the U.S. Because they have their own resources where they could still be a partner with the U.S.
Yeah, they should
without
just be a trading territory. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so they could do that, but obviously British Columbia would have to break away. And
True.
with all and with those places breaking away, I could very easily see Quebec breaking away for the simple fact that they've always been the most
Noisy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're French. It's
French.
in the
Pain in the
blood.
ass.
Yeah, it's
Rude,
part of
arrogant, disrespectful,
it's just part of
threatening,
the package.
foul smelling, unwashed.
Chester, you're gonna get what is that? A
Strike.
warning about
I didn't
hate
say who
talk.
he said. I was just using random adjectives.
Yeah.
And there was
They're just
nary an
water.
expletive, by the way, you two.
Mhm.
I could have adjectived my adjective. Thank you.
You're so good at that.
Yeah. But I
No,
could
part of
have.
being a philologist.
It is. It is
That's what he is.
100% part of being a philologist. But yeah, no, Canada is so screwed, dude. And it's just a more giant version with a smaller population than California. It's just more landmass. It's the same stupidity. It's the same nonsense in Britain and France and Germany, although Germany has been half stepping its way away from it. And the entire Eastern Europe have been saying nope, nope the whole time. And look who is rising. Look whose economies are booming. Poland,
Poland,
Romania,
Turkey.
Estonia, Latvia. You know, all these countries that everyone always laughs at and looks down on are booming like crazy. Frickin' Romania, dude. Wow. Holy shit.
Mhm.
Poland is what everyone focuses on. Most of the media talks about the rise of Poland, and it is impressive. But, dude, Romania. And the same thing happened over here. China is just suiciding itself in the head. The Koreans can't stop bitching long enough just to put your head down and get your business done. And the Japanese, well, the Japanese are Japanese. But Southeast Asia is booming like mad, dude. Indonesia, Thailand, even Vietnam. Cambodia's even getting a taste, baby. Holy crap.
Baby.
But I'm just saying
Well,
that there is money to be made, and these people refuse to be part of it. Stupid.
Well,
well, it's all just kind of silly because, like, Southeast Asia, they're on the trade route
They are.
between the Middle East and China, and that seems like such an obvious, hey, let's jump on that bandwagon move.
Yep.
To like insert yourselves into that process.
It just took them a
So,
little while. I
yeah.
mean, we could have a long conversation about the history of that stuff. Because Southeast Asia in ancient times was badass, and then it wasn't. And then this is speculation, but my opinion is, which I don't give a lot, but here I'm going to give you an opinion. Well, no, with the rise of the Tartarian Empire, right? Which, once again, I know a lot of these conspiracy people like that stuff, and they do have a point or two. But I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about the empire that Genghis Khan built. Okay. That's what we call it, the Tartary. Matter of fact, throughout the entirety of that region, most of Russia and middle of Asia, the standard language is Tartary. If you didn't know, anyway.
Hmm.
No.
But these people kind of sewed everything up. I'd say 800 to 600 years ago. They had complete control of China. They had most of the control of Japan, even though the Japanese refused to acknowledge it. The Korean Peninsula, I think, was controlled by the Jews in Cathay, and I personally think was just a slave farm. But don't tell them that. But parts of northern India were part of it as well. But Southeast Asia remained untouched during that period for some reason. And that sounds like a good thing, but I think it was actually a bad thing. They got starved out, I think is what happened. And by the time the collapse came about 400 years ago, and it became the Ottoman Empire, which was really when you saw the complete and total formation of what we call Islam today. It wasn't really, it was spattering concepts and different ideas, but about 400 to 500 years ago is when it became a thing, right? And the Ottoman Empire came up, but that was the creation of just the, taking over the carcass of Tartaria, really. But it was taking over a failed thing already. So the Ottomans were doomed from day one. And the Southeast Asians just got left in the lurch. So when we came back in, they're pretty primitive. And if you look at a lot of their history, it's like, well, they've kind of always been that way. Well, that's not true, right? So I think they're just starting to get their feet now, I think is what's happened. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
so now is the time to invest in Southeast Asia.
Hell yeah, dude. Especially with Singapore sitting right there in amongst them. And Singapore is the Switzerland of Asia. They're following the same pattern. Yeah. And
Oh.
and it's working.
So what would you recommend to invest in?
Gold,
Gold,
land,
So
just
you know,
land and gold down there.
AI.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, I don't. Turning back to what this channel is really all about. When's the last time you played Traveler, Chester?
Oh, it's
I have
been
never
forever.
got to play it.
Yeah.
But there's a company that is reprinting the manuals.
Oh, nice.
It's out of France, though.
Yeah, I have
They
all
got-
the books here.
I
got
have
several
never
illustrations of it.
played Traveler before. And I was wanting, let's play a month of Traveler. Let's see what it's like. Because I don't know what it's even like.
Yeah,
I know
no
we know a
idea.
lot of freaking
Um,
books to it.
Yeah,
Anything
no,
about Traveler?
It's got its own little system, but it's not too dissimilar than all the other stuff that came out in the 80s. Although they've updated it over the years. There's even a D20 version of it. And there's a D20 version of everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That old GL, the Open Gaming License, boy. But
Mhm.
No, Traveler it's just a science fiction space campaign. But
Okay.
it has an emphasis on life in space more than, Star Wars, which is all about battle, right? And
Yeah.
diplomacy and stuff like that. It's just more about living in space. Rogue Trader would be the most popular traveler campaign that anyone would run. Rogue Traveler is even, I think, these days connected to Warhammer, which we were talking about
Mhm.
earlier.
Yeah,
Um,
because there's something in Warhammer called Rogue Traders.
yeah, but that's coming out of Traveler. Yeah. I don't know. Does Game Workshop, did they own Traveler for a while? Are they the ones that produced it? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're
I
the
don't
ones
know.
that made it. I'm not sure.
Perhaps.
But it is it instead of being very Star Warsy, like many of them are, it's much more
Yeah.
like Firefly.
Oh,
Now, something that I like that I've been watching people play is the Aliens RPG.
that's just another shoot 'em up, isn't it?
Is that
No,
the board game or an actual RPG?
uh, tabletop RPG,
Hmm.
the Aliens role playing game,
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
and
well, you could do
it
that, sure.
focuses on like all the different things about hyperspace and what happens when you're awake during hyperspace, as well as gravity dysmorphia, going down to planets, terraforming,
Sure.
all this type of stuff. And sometimes you'll encounter the engineers, black goo, and subsequent death.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, there's a book for everything that has ever existed by this time. But The core mechanics, usually what you get, lady, is this: you have the D6 system, you have the D10 system, well, I should say systems, and you have the D20 system, right? That's what you got, right? Now, there's also another category of the diceless, wanker, yuppie, wokey stuff, which we don't need. But that's what you got: the D6, the
Mm.
D10, and the D20, right? And everything is some adaptation of that. We played Cortex, we played all that stuff, and it uses the old Earth Dawn, so we could throw in the multi polygon. But then again, the original D&D was kind of like that too. So there's four, right? You have the multi-polygon type, the Earth Dawn system, which everyone keeps copying and thinking that no one knows that Earth Dawn was a thing. D20,
Mhm.
D10, and D6. That's what you got. Even though there's thousands of them, they're all using these basic same mechanics. And One of the reasons I like the system we're using today is because it's in itself unique. It is using 10-siders, but it's using percentile directly instead of hiding it inside single numbers. Because they all do that. It's just hiding inside single numbers, right? But it's just the math of it. But yeah, Traveler, I don't know. I could bring out some books and read them again and try to run something in the future. Sure. That's kind of the thing we have to decide what we're doing because we're obviously in some manner of limbo. I had a problem because I had to go do a job, right? So I missed a week, but this is what, 3, 4 weeks in a row now
Mm-hmm.
that we're not able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly we need to reform into whatever new thing we're going to do, whatever it be. Going to
Mhm.
with Bull, letting Bill do his thing. I know GOP is working on something, but I imagine that's future.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to
Yeah.
make a decision what we're going to do because we need to get a crew in here that's
Mm-hmm.
excited and going to be back because clearly everyone is not really caring much about what's going on in Chicago. To be fair,
I care.
this wasn't supposed to be a campaign anyway. It was a freaking supposed to be a 2 or 3 shot. So
Yeah.
I get it. It doesn't have the structure I normally would put to a system, put to a campaign. Fair enough, you know.
Nothing's always.
we need to get a crew together that's going to run. And I don't care who the crew is. It could be this small little crew right here. I don't care. I have no problem
Uh-huh.
running 3 people, but I need the crew to be here week to week because we can't move forward if there are people missing, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's especially tricky when we're trying to finish up the campaign. You
It
know,
is.
so we're
Um,
about to get a
but
boss fight.
honestly, it's just got to be one episode. We just have to
Yeah.
go fight the Jinn. We know we have the whole stories done. We know what happened basically. We'll get some monologue, I'm sure, that will give us all the rest of the information. But we know what's happened. We got to deal with the Jinn because he's behind it somehow. So it is what it is. But we do need to figure out: are we going to run something different? What are we going to run? We got to get more seats in here. We got to go with this run. We got to get the girls back in. Whatever it is, because we had the girls out because Bill's campaign is, well, shit. How many characters you lose, lady? I think I lost 2 or 3.
2
Um,
or 3. Yeah.
yeah,
Somehow Finbo is still kicking.
But when
right.
when the girls were freaking out, my character was dying. I go, I'm trying to tell them this is part of role playing. Don't worry about it. Let her die. I'll just
It's
rope
all right.
another
It's all
character.
right. I get it. They're
Yeah,
new players. I understand.
yeah,
It's not a big deal, but we didn't have them involved with that because, well, it's a freaking death mill, that system, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
old school kind of field games.
It is. You lost
There's
a
a
lot of
lot
Just
more
characters.
dying.
if I may, good sir, I mean, you can always hit me with the rolled up newspaper like usual, but I will put in my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I always have something to run. You know me.
Well, there you go.
I have
So we have that
project
as
after
well.
project always ready. If you can't find something, just say puff and do something. All right, I got you.
Fair. I'm just saying we need to reform a group though, so that
Yep,
we
that's
can
true.
move forward. And like I said, me personally, and of course, if you run Puffin,
Hmm.
then it's of course that's up to you. But I personally
Hmm.
don't care how many members there are. I just need consistency.
Yeah, yeah.
You can
I
always
mean,
build a campaign to the number of people you have.
you can
So
count on me.
there you go. So we need to figure out um, who's going to come in and do it. So
Yeah. And sometimes that can be really difficult with people's schedules, with things they do, as well
sure,
as just the one thing I've noticed is that now this could be just mechanically, I make games, so I see different things. I've talked with GOP about it. Um, that sometimes whenever players go for the power fantasy, that's what D&D was. That's part of the
sure,
fun is the power fantasy. And I think something that falls into it with superheroes, especially, like I like the game like my character but whenever people achieve the power, it's like, oh, cool, I wanted to come into this and be able to lift trucks. Now I can lift trucks. Well, okay,
yeah.
neat. Have a nice day. And
yeah,
sometimes it's not even the story people are there for, it's for achieving a certain level of power, playing with it for a day or two, and then they lose focus. Part of putting the crew together is getting people that are there for the story, not so much the power.
right. No, I understand that. I clearly understand that. Lady, you were trying to say something?
No, I was coughing.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so lady, you do me a favor. Talk to the girls. Everybody else, talk to whoever.
You have their ear before that, and I do.
Oh, really?
I no longer play with them on Saturday
Oh,
mornings.
you don't? Oh, I thought you guys were doing your own side stuff. Um, I'll talk to them. Yeah, because I do have their ear quite readily. GOP puffing you as well.
Mhm.
Rattle trees and see if anybody's interested. Like I said, I don't care how many. Let's find out who wants to play. So anyone who is listening to this after the fact, if you want to get in and have a seat, let me know. Like I said, but understand that it's obviously there's emergency, there's work, and there's all that kind of stuff. I get it. I have that problem myself. But in general, if you go to join. You got to be part of it, right?
And show up.
Uh, and
Yeah,
show up. That's the
because
issue.
I have most of the core mechanics that I want to try down. for my game. It's just listing all the equipment and all like the modifications to vehicles and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I need to go over
You're
and-
overthinking it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always do,
Yeah,
Chester. It's
I
kind of
know.
my thing.
I'm just
It's
telling you
a
from
game.
experience because I've done the
Yeah.
same thing. You're overthinking it. All you need is a concept and a system you're going to use, and then go. And keep in mind, myself and Puffin will help you mold it.
Yes.
True.
Inadvertently, we will.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
Force-
I mean, I think I have a cool idea here. It's just got to get, hammered out. But that's kind of, that can happen during play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
I just really think you would be pretty good at running a game. That's why
Mhm.
I kind of pushed it. But
Yes.
shake
Yeah.
trees and see who wants to, and we'll reform something, and we'll we'll figure out what we're gonna do. I think the best thing to do, because we can't get this done, obviously. So I think the best thing to do is I will keep in contact on the channel. I'll do my best and communicate with you guys, and we'll take a bit of sabbatical on this show
Okay.
until we reform with our next campaign. I think it's coming on a month now, dude. It's ridiculous. I think we'll just sabbatical the show for a bit. And when we have something ready to go, we'll be back, I would say.
Okay.
But that's all right. In the interim, mostly you guys watch Drawn and Quartered anyway.
Mhm.
And then the other would be the Sunday show, Night Owls. But we'll do that, and we'll be back with whatever we're going to run and whoever we're running with. So we're going to just need to sit down and have conversations. So, all right. Anyway, so I will see you on this show in the future when we're ready to go, and
Okay.
we'll be having discussions behind the scenes. And if you want to be part of that, please do. Just go over to our Discord, right?
Yes.
And you're all on it anyway, and just
Mhm.
communicate with us. Just go and communicate in the general. A lot of these guys pay attention.
Yes.
Other than that, I'll just run the outro, and we'll close down today. You want to say something, GOP?
Oh, I was saying this is the final session. Well, we're done with the Marvel game for now.
I
then
guess.
You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I just need to know that before you played the outro.
Yeah. It seems to be the case.
It's the end of the
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. The Jin did
I
it.
do.
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
later, guys.
And you said
Yeah, and I
cookie
was
grab
trying to
wishes.
Friend too. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
As tradition, we always ruin Chester's outro.
Yes.
This is
The
it.
last, yes, that's why I was saying it.
It's something we've always liked to do.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.